Hello, guys. Let's talk about the DCU. Okay, let's talk about Supergirl first. Okay, by now everyone has given their opinions on Supergirl and how they feel. Personally, I it was a mid movie. People are saying it was worse than The Flash, another mid movie. I don't think it was that bad. It is mid though. It's not a good movie, and definitely flopped at the box office. Um, I really do like David Cornsweet's cameo in there. I thought he did a really good job as Superman. He still is a great Superman. I liked Millie Alcock's being Supergirl. I think she did a really good job, and I also think Jason Momoa did a pretty good job. The villain was trash, and the way it looked wasn't pretty or as interesting as it was in the comic, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. But it was an okay movie. That all being said, I think I should now tell you how I would structure the DCU because I don't think Supergirl should have came out when it came out. I think this should have been a came out a couple years from now in 2028, 2029, not the second movie in the DCU. Okay, let's start with 2024 with the Creature Commandos. I think Creature Commandos could stay as the first project in the DCU. I think it did. They did a really good job. We had a cameo of Clayface. We had a Clayface. Excuse me. We had Clayface in it. We had a cameo of Batman. We saw Cersei, a Wonder Woman villain. We saw all these things that really made you kind of structure the DCU, and I think that was perfectly fine. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. And so, yeah, I would still keep Creature Commandos as the first project. Let's move on to Superman. I will also keep Superman as the second project or as the first mainline DCU movie, the true star of the DCU. Superman is an important character. We don't have to go into detail how important he is. He's the face of comic books. He's the face of superheroes, I should say. Uh, James Gunn Superman, I personally really enjoyed. I didn't like it as much as some other people, but I still definitely liked it. Personally gave it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, I think it's great. Keep it on. Keep it up. We got Supergirl at the end of the movie as a cameo. That's fine. Lex Luthor, the guy, excuse me, I'm blanking on his name, who played Lex Luthor, Nicholas Holt. He did a fantastic job. I really like Mr. Terrific. So yeah, let's just keep that. That can stay the same. And then we're gonna move to the third project, excuse me, which was Peacemaker season 2. I liked Peacemaker season 2. I thought I was gonna really like it because I love Peacemaker season 1. I didn't like it that much, love it that much, but it could still be the third project. My only complaint was really how James Gunn hyped up the cameos, and really all we got was Nicholas Holt, Lex Luthor, and his cronies. I thought that was kind of lame, and I do think it was kind of the fans' fault for like hyping it up so much. Like, oh, Batman, maybe Batman will show up, or maybe Flash, or Blue Beetle, or Nightwing, because they mentioned in that one scene they mentioned Bloodhaven. I do think it's partially the fans' fault, but for the most part, I think James Gunn just overhyped it, and it wasn't as good. But yeah, for the most part, that could stay as the third project. Now I would move on to Lanterns. I have no thoughts on Lanterns yet because it hasn't came out. I will say this: I don't know if the show is going to be good or not, because I obviously haven't seen it. So if it turns out good, then you can ignore everything I'm about to say about it. But if it turns out bad, then I think it was probably because it's a really bad idea to make Hal Jordan so old. They could have made him a little bit older, but they didn't have to make him in his 60s. Or come on now, that was kind of crazy. I don't understand that thought process. While I'm saying that, I do believe that Jon Stewart is more than worthy of being the main DCU Green Lantern. I think he's phenomenal. I really like the actor. Again, I'm blanking on his name. I'm blanking on everybody's name right now. But I really like his actor. I like Jon Stewart. I loved him in Justice League Unlimited. I loved him in Justice League anime series. I personally don't like Hal Jordan as much as everybody else. I still like Hal Jordan. I'm a big Green Lantern fan, but I don't personally like him as much as everybody else. But I do agree with everyone when they said that they made him a little bit too old. But again, I really don't. I won't know how I truly feel about that until I see the show. But next on my list is Wonder Woman. I still cannot believe we haven't had anything Wonder Woman in the last, I don't know how long. What is DC doing? How can you hate on Wonder Woman? She's the face of not just female superheroes. She's the face of female superheroes. Like, come on now. I don't understand why DC is fighting so hard to make a Wonder Woman project. And I know everybody wants to go on their typecast and like who should play Wonder Woman, and that's a debated topic. I'm not gonna get into that in today's video, but I do believe Wonder Woman should have been the second movie in the DCU. There's no reason why it shouldn't have been. I know someone is writing Wonder Woman now, but yeah, come on now. Wonder Woman should have been came out. Any of her stories is fine, by the way. Just sell Wonder Woman, please, please. Yeah, Clayface. Clayface, I have no problem with Clayface coming out. It's just like I feel like Lanterns. If it turns out bad, then I will have a problem with it. But if it turns out good, I won't care. Clayface is also a really, what's the word, cheap, quote unquote, cheaper movie in the sense that it's only like, I think, $40-ish million. So it should be relatively easy for them to get their money back. So I don't see why not the movie can't happen. We also saw Clayface in Creature Commandos. So it's like we already seen a little bit in the DCU. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Clayface is good, because if it is, I think it's perfectly fine being right here. 7 is Paradise Lost. If you can't tell now, I'm trying to mostly do movie, TV show, just for structure. But Paradise Lost, yeah, give us more Wonder Woman. Like I said, I already said we should have got more Wonder Woman. So I know Paradise Lost isn't about Wonder Woman, it's about the Amazons. That's fine. Give us more Wonder Woman lore or Amazonian lore. I know it's currently in development, but I also feel like it should have been one of the first projects to come up. Let's see. Batman Brave and the Bold. Oh boy. I really do not like the idea of Damian Wayne being the first. Like, we're introducing Damian Wayne so soon. I get how I get what they're trying to do, because they're trying to do it where, like, the Batman mythos is already there. I get it. But I don't think they should have went straight to Damian Wayne. I think if you really want to do it, Tim Drake is fine. Start with Tim Drake. Have it where Tim Drake is the Robin and Brave New World, and and Brave and the Bold. Have it where Tim Drake is the lead Robin. That way we've already had Dick as Robin. We already had Jason Todd as Robin. Start with Tim. And then after that movie, you can even have it where it's at the end of Tim's career, right? So right before he moves to Red Robin. And then the next Batman movie can be Damian Wayne. That's fine with me. I just don't get why they started with Damian Wayne. Because you're skipping so much. And I feel like if you start with Tim Drake, who, let's be honest, I'm not a Tim Drake fan, but he hasn't been getting as much love as the other Robins lately. So I feel like he deserves some love. Again, my personal favorite Robin is Dick Grayson. If I had it my way, I would have it where Dick is the first, but honestly, probably not. I think Tim Drake is a good starter Robin. Have Tim Drake. You can even put it where, like I said, he's towards the end of his career, and Robin before he transitions to Red Robin. Yeah, do that. I don't get why we're starting with Damian Wayne. We're skipping so much. Yeah. And then Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was good. It was one of the few movies from the DCEU that I really enjoyed. Blue Beetle was good. It's going to be an anime series. It's already in the works. I think this is a perfect spot for Blue Beetle. We already got Batman Brave New World. Blue Beetle is right here. I think that's perfect. If you haven't noticed by now, we've had movies for all three major, their Trinity. And I think that's great. DCU should start with the Trinity movies. I don't get why we haven't. I get because of Matt Reeves' Batman, they're not trying to force Batman right now. I get that, but still, come on now. The audience isn't stupid. We can have two Batman on screen. And then after this, I would probably do Man of Tomorrow. And then after that, I would do, I personally would do, I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes. What? Teen Titans. Come on now. Everybody wants Teen Titans. Everybody likes Teen Titans. Teen Titans is perfect, and especially if you do Brave New World, Brave and the Bold. Excuse me. If you do that, and then you move into Teen Titans, you're already introduced to that Robin. So boom, that's perfect for that. And then lastly, Mr. Miracle. Introduce the new guys. Introduce the big bad. I know Darkseid isn't the big bad of the phase 1 of the DCU, chapter 1, I should say. And that's fine. Introduce the new gods, so that's important lore. So yeah, that's how personally I would do the DCU. Thank you.